I control the and control for the but I'm this year 4 lakh out where they are more. Never are people from answer. Okay, so then I will take the mind. Like say, crash Mona regular person, the Rona, handling sim person and net. Dialogue in the park. Join your way, I think all of that. That. I just thought no joining. Where I and love you, chat. And about you know, that's how I make you question. All of our first you have to say this. Thank you. It's better to go for a T-approval organization, then it's easy for you to get the exemptions. Excellent. कितना खाएंगे? Education fee. It means what kind of subjects? Wonderful. What kind of business? How little? I have canteen. Future ambition. Decide कर लेने.
So I'm Mahisha and I'm from Colombo. I'm currently working at Delicious Lucy as a content administrator. My future goal is to become an accountant. Proud.
I am Fahad. I am working with the World Bank. Future works of I'm from Colombo.
You're medical. The demand and supply. Okay. Yes. What? Hello, मेरा मुड़ा है तने करने दिला ना regarding the degree or anything. Adam पटांगे में खाली बोलता है तने करना मुड़ा मार देते हैं ना प्रश्न है बिल्कुल प्रश्न है افترى معاهم معايا الوقت اللي انا كويس انا nanti yang padat pandangan okay so LMS से करते क्या simple so go through the LMS I'll upload the lecture materials simply and you can go through the course outline things that we have to discuss and here these are the overall learning outcomes and the main topics mentioned, right? Very nice. Right. So these are the main topics that we have to discuss. I think out of these topics, most of the topics you might have discussed in the cost and management accounting. Cost management in modern manufacturing environment, activity-based costing. Activity-based costing. Right, strategic cost and management, cost management accounting, environmental aspects, direct costing and variance analysis. Then budgets you might have prepared. So here is budgetary control and planning means not preparation of budgets, right? After preparation of budgets, the planning part is included here. Direct costing and variance analysis also mostly after getting the variance analysis, how to do the analysis part after variances. So then performance measurements, balance scorecard, those kind of things will be some major points here. Then optimizing with multiple limiting factors means the linear programming. Right. Then pricing decisions, big data, advanced investment calculations, risk and uncertainty. So by just looking at this, you can identify there are different kind of things, not purely the management account. IT part, linear programming, maths, combined subject. And this particular module, as I earlier mentioned, now we are doing applied accounting degree, right? Accounting degree. Accounting degree management accounting modules දෙකයි. ඒ දෙකෙන් අන්තිම module එක තමයි මේ. ඒකට මෙතනින් පස්සේ management accounting module එකක් නැහැ. right? සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ඉස්සරහින් කරනකොට accounting categories financial accounting and management accounting. ඒතර මේ එක පැත්තක තියෙන අන්තිම module එක. Right, so these are things that we need to discuss. And so going through, you can identify different subtopics and the learning outcomes that we need to discuss. And recommended readings, so we'll put here. Pakistan and Nepal. Pakistan and Nepal. This year, Ranadina, Salidina, in Ghana and Nepal, library, library. ඒක ඇඩ්‍රස් තියෙනවා කියලා දන්නවනේ. ඒකේ තියෙනවා. ඕනනම් යූස් කරන්න පුළුවන්. And even online also these things are available. ශාලිදිල ගන්න එපා. සමහර ඒවා ඔයගොල්ලන් කෝපි කරලා දාලා වැඩි ඇති. Those are the things that we need to discuss, right? So, and in terms of assessments, there will be individual assignment and the group assignment. Groups ඔයගොල්ලෝ හදපු groups තියනවාද? හදන්න ඕනද ඔයගොල්ලෝ හදාගන්න. ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමති ඔයගොල්ලෝ හදාගන්න මමට කියනවා ලින්ක් එකක් කියලා එම්බෙඩ් එක කියලා. නැත්නම් මම හදන්න. මම හදන්න. කැමති දැන් මම හදන්න groups. අනිත් කට්ටිය groups නැද්ද? exemption batch එකේ group එකක් තියෙනවා. අර exemption batch එකේ ළමයි කියන්නේ. ඔලේ කො 15 එක group එකක් නෙමෙයි. groups දෙකක් වගේ. අප්ම වැඩි වෙයි හරි බලමු. online එක අපේ online එක exception batch එකක් කියන්නේ. ප්‍රශ්නේ උත්තරයක් මට විලා right. Okay. බලමු මේක පස්සේ. දැන් උන්ට දාන්න ඕනේ. හැබැයි මම බෙදුවෙන් පස්සේ ඊට පස්සේ දැන් මේක මට මැත් එක්ක වැඩ කරන්න බෑ. මොකද කියන්නේ? හරි. වෙන කට්ටියත් එක්ක වැඩ කරන්න. ඒක ගෲප් එක කියන්නේ. right. සම්දෙන්න මොකද? අමාරු දෙකල හදලා ඊට පස්සේ තමයි මට කියන අසල මට බෑ. ये प्रश्न विश्लेषण है आयोगी में करना अदरगत करता है and sometimes there can be different types of assignments, right? For this particular module we did different assignments in different batches. Some batches did debate competitions, then short movies they have developed. Field visits, yeah, field visits. Mine Lanka field visits that and where. Well, can I first say? We went to Galle and stayed one day. Illa the outside illa, all of illa, field visits they have illa. Here we enjoy the lab. ඔයගේ වෙනස් වෙන assignments එකක්. ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමති නම් එහෙම වෙනස් assignments එකක් කරන්න කියන්නේ. එහෙම එකක් දෙන්න. එහෙම කැමති නෑ අපි traditional විදියට report එකක් හදලා දෙන්නම් report එක ඉස්සරහට ඇවිල්ලා present කරන්න කියනවා නම් ඒත් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. ඒක එකක් දෙන්න. ඔයගොල්ලෝ මට කියන්න ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඕන මොඩල් විදිය assignment එකක් දෙන්න. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ පහළ තමයි assignment එකක් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට decide කරන්න අවශ්‍ය වෙනවා. කියන්නේ then I will develop that as an assignment and duty. The previous students are assignment they have done. As I earlier mentioned, they one or two pledges they did short movies. Short movies करें तो हमारे गले लिखा उन्होंने standing करना लिखा and maybe they have lot of different products. All products बदल देंगे. वो कैमरा भी महादान निरिला मटा कावला तमें टेस्ट करे. all products बदल दिलो हम वो कैमरा भी महादान निरिला. already in कैमरा का मटा दे. ඒ වගේ මොකද අලුත් assignment එකක් හරි වෙනස් එකක් කරන්න කැමති නම් මම ඒගොල්ලන්ට කැමති නැත්නම් කියලා chance එක දෙන්නේ because you are coming only on weekends right ඒක උඩට time එකත් එක්ක manage කරන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා බලලා තමයි chance එක weekdays නම් මම උඹ කියන්නේ නැහැ කෙලිප් assignment එක දෙනවා මේක තමයි කරන්නේ right so සති දවස්වල work කරන්නත් ඕනේ ඒ නිසා තමයි අහන්නේ මම කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් weekend badges උන්තරන් කරලා තියෙනවා ඒ වගේ assignments ඒ කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ ඒක කරලා තියෙනවා time එක manage කරගන්න ඒකයි මම අදම කියන්නේ right ඒ මොකද මම next week එකේම ඔයගොල්ලෝ අද කියනවාට මම next week එකේම assignment එකයි topics ඔක්කොම ටික allocate කරනවා then you can start working on it right අනිත් subjects වල assignment deadline අරන් මේවා දෙන්න කලින් මම ඔක්කොම ටික දෙනවා එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඒ assignment එකක් දෙනවා නම් කියන්න පුළුවන් මෙදාට අපිට assignment එකක් තියෙනවා ඒක change කරගන්න පුළුවන් right so you can tell me the take care of අපිට discuss කරලා මට අද කියන්න පුළුවන් නම් මොන වගේ assignment එකක්ද ඕන කියලා next week එකේ right okay then that is about the assessment part and अब एक කියන්නම් ඔය exams වලදී වැරදිලාවත් කොළ කැඩිනම් ගේන්න එපා දැන් ඉස්සර වගේ නෙවෙයි ස්ටාර්ට් වෙනවා අරගෙන යනවනේ exam එකක් තිබ්බම සූටි පොඩයක් අරගෙන යනවා පොලේ පොඩිද ලොකුද කියලා බලන්නේ නැහැ එලින්ම දැන් එහෙම සමහරවිට ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවද කලින් නොදෙලා රුවිච්ච කට්ටියට ආපු පබ්ලික්ල දන්නවා දැනගන්න කියන්නේ එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලෝ තේරෙනවනේ ඒ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක දැන් කියන්නේ ඒක එකිනෙකට වෙනස් වෙනවා හරි දැනට දීලා තියෙන අනුව තමයි ඒ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක රිපීට් සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක රිපීට් ආයි ටොපික් එක ඇඩ්වාන්ස් මැනේජ්මන්ට් කම්ප්ලීට් එක අපේ නෝට් එක ගන්න තියන එසෙන්ෂියලි that got කියලා ඒ දිනියන්නේ පා that got දෙන්නේ there's a inquiry board then you will be called to that particular inquiry board එකට ආවට පස්සේ inquiry එකේ හැටි ඉතින් ඔයාලට chance එක දෙනවා කියන්නේ මොකද උනේ ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් කියනවනම් ඒ මම ගෙනාවේ නෑ ඔබ මම නෙමෙයි කියනවා ප්‍රශ්න නෑ ඒක ඉවරයි ඩිසයිඩ් කරන්නේ මේක ඇත්තටම ඔයාලා හරිද නැද්ද වැරදි කියලා આવොත් දැනට දුන්න දඬුවම තමයි ඒ exam එක repeat and you can sit for the second time for that particular exam after 1 year repeat වෙන එක නෙවෙයි බරපතලම කාරණාව අවුරුද්දක් ගියාට පස්සේ තමයි ඔයාලට ඒ subject ආයි ලියන්න පුළුවන් එතකොට ඉතින් 30 එකේදී අපි 30 එකකින් අයින් වෙලා මේ කියනවා 30 එකේ subject එක වල යාට ඒ අවුරුදු graduation යන්න බෑ. right. fourth year එකේ ඉන්න ළමයෙක්ට කොහොම දෙයක් වුණොත් යාට ඊළඟට graduation එකට යන්න බෑ. ඒ නිසා ඒක කරන්න එපා. යන්නම බැරි නම් වෙන option තියෙනවානේ. මට කියන්න බෑ මේ මට මේ exam එක ලියන්න බෑ කියලා හිතනවා නම් you have some different options that you can use. හරි. එතකොට ඔල ගෑල්ලා තමයි නේද ලියන්නේ ඔක මේ සමහරවල් හිතපත් ළමයි කවුද මම කියන්නේ nothing that very only for specialists ඕනියම් තරංගයි මේකට බෙදාගෙන ඇති අපිට පරික්‍රම බෙදාගෙන ඇති කියලා අපිට බලන්නේ නැහැ ඉස්සරහට බෙදාගෙන බෙදපු ගමන් ෆෝන් එක ගත්තා ෆොටෝස් ටිකක් ගියුවා දැන් CBD දානවා ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙක් ක්ලියර් විදිහට ආන්සර්ස් ටික දෙන්න කියලා ටයිප් කරලා උත්තර ටික අරගෙන ලියන්නේ. ඊපස්සේ අර එක්සෑම් හෝල් එකේ කැමරාස් තියෙනවා. CA එකේ එක්සෑම් හෝල් එකේ කැමරාස් තියෙනවා. ඒක කැමරාස් වල ටිකක් පස්සේ ෆෝන් එක අරගෙන ෆොටෝස් අරගෙන ටයිප් කරලා නාලෝ හොලිය. ඒ ළමයාට ඒ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක විතරක් නෙවෙයි ඒ සෙමිස්ටර් එකේ ඔක්කොම රිසල්ට්ස් ගන්නද අවුරුද්දකින් පස්සේ තමයි එතකොට ඒ සෙමෙස්ටර් එක කැන්සල් වුණාම ඒ සෙමෙස්ටර් එක කරන්න නැතුව ඊළඟ සෙමෙස්ටර් එකට යන්න බෑනේ. ඊට පස්සේ ඩිග්‍රී එකම හෝල්ඩ් වෙන අවුරුද්දකට ඊළඟ අවුරුද්දෙන් තමයි ආයි ඩිග්‍රී එක ස්ටාර්ට් කරන්නේ. උනමයි දෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා දැන් එපා. ඒල් වෙන්න හරි ගමන්නේ ලියන්න දාන්න. ඒ ලියලා දාන්න. ඕකේ. මේ සබ්ජෙක්ට් අමාරුයි තමයි. මොකද මේ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක මේ ඇත්තම කතාවෙන් කියන්නේ. දැන් ඔබ ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකත් නැහැ. ඕල් මම ඇහුවේ නැහැ නේද අහන්නේ කොට හොරන් කියන්නේ. උගලන් දැනගැනීම පිටස කියන්නේ මේ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක මම කිව්වා. ඒකට දීපේ ස්ට්‍රැටජික් මැනේජ්මන්ට් එකවුන්ටින්. ඔබේ කරන්නේ මේක. මේක තමයි මම ෆේල් වෙච්ච එකම සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක. කාලේලා මොන්ටිසෝරි ඉඳන් ඉගෙනගත්තු දවස් අන්තිම වෙනකම්ම ෆේල් වෙච්ච එකම සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක. ෆේල් වෙච්ච මාස තමයි ග්‍රැජුවේට් ප්‍රොසෙස්. Okay, so these are the things that we have to discuss, and the other information I have given to you. Yeah, there are other things that you like. Okay, so we'll start from the introduction part. Right. So the introduction to advanced management accounting. In this particular PowerPoint presentation, I haven't included any advanced aspects, right? I'm not going to get off Matakai Kalin Karapula Ensa, over Kila me. Natika Matakina, or his sites, so we'll start from the beginning. And then we can move forward with the other advanced aspects. So here, these are the learning outcomes that we have discussed. Understanding the management accounting and strategic management accounting, and the workings of management accounting, evolution of management accounting, means how management accounting has changed from previous years to now, and interpreting strategic management accounting. Right. So here you can see, now here we are going to discuss about advanced management account, right? So even though we call it as advanced management accounting, this is more or less same as the strategic management account. So the strategic management accounting here, they we discuss right? So strategic management accounting. So before moving to learn about strategic management accounting, first thing we should have to have some kind of understanding about what is accounting done network, strategic management accounting, right? So the first thing that we are going to discuss about accounting, we go to that now, but we'll start from that, right? Then after that, we can focus on what is management accounting, right? Accounting was the management accounting was the thing. In management accounting, there are different basic things that we need to know. So we will be focusing on that. After that, we can focus on what is strategy, and as a combined module, what is strategic management account. Planning. Right? After that, from the next lesson onwards, we can discuss about those advanced aspects. So first of all, we need to identify what is strategic management or the advanced management account. Okay. Right. Then, so these are the containts that we have here. Hi. Accounting කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Chartered Institute එකේ degree කරලා ආවයි. Second semester. What is the main purpose of accounting? I don't need definitions, just tell me what is the main purpose of accounting. Providing information.
Transactions.
Okay.
Preparing statements.
Sorry?
Transactions and preparing statements.
Recording transactions and preparing statements. Yes. Main purpose of accounting. Right. The main purpose of accounting is to provide information to take decisions. Right. The preparation of financial statements and recording transaction is one particular task that we do in accounting. Right. So, accounting main purpose is statements statements why we prepare statements? To provide information to take decision. It doesn't matter providing information for the outsiders or the internal parties, right? Whatever the information that we develop, information can be statements, right? Financial information is not only the statements. There can be some non-financial information as well. The main purpose of accounting is to provide information to take decisions. While we are providing information to take decisions, there are different activities that we have to do. So by combining those activities, we can define accounting in different terms, in different definitions are there. So here we can see one of the definitions. The process of identifying, measuring, and communicating economic information to permit informed judgments and decisions by the users of the information. So here, starting from identifying, what we need to identify in accounting first? Transactions. First of all, we need to identify the transactions. And once we identify that there are different types of transactions, using what? All the transactions based on what? Based on source documents. So there are different types of source documents. Based on those source documents, once we identify those transactions, then as a next step, we need to measure those transactions using a currency that we are using. Right? So go to transaction measure. Then we have different aspects in between these two. Measure then we have to classify it, record it, summarizing activities. What we prepare mainly we are preparing the financial statements, and there are some other information as well. Then by developing those things, ultimately what we do, we communicate those things to internal or external parties to take decisions. Right? In management accounting and financial accounting, we are providing information in different ways. As a generally as a accounting, we provide information to take decisions. The decisions may also in management accounting and financial accounting. Right? Okay. So that is about accounting. Then management accounting. So we know that there are two major categories, financial accounting and management accounting. What are the differences between financial accounting and management accounting? Pratik. Difference between financial accounting and management accounting. Management accounting information used by internal parties. Financial accounting. All internal and external parties are referring financial accounting information. What else? So in financial accounting, we prepare different financial statements. So mainly, we prepare it annual basis. Quarterly requirements also there. We prepare different accounts monthly basis as well, but as a legal requirement, we have to prepare annual basis, quarterly requirements with P&L. In management accounting, yes. Okay, so based on the requirement, based on the management requirement, internal requirements, we can prepare. There are no specific time frame to prepare the statements or the reports. Sometimes we are preparing, we take budgets, we are preparing annual. Right? Monthly, there are different reports that we prepare. Even weekly, some other hourly reports with them. Right? Even time frame ad hoc basis, we have to prepare some reports based on the management requirement. So that is coming under the management account. What else? Differences. Yes. Are you here? Okay, so let's take standards. Right? In financial accounting, do we have standards? Management accounting? Management accounting, we don't have standards like the generally accepted accounting standards, but internally we can develop different kinds of standards to streamline our process. That we can do. Right. So what are the standards that we have? What are the standards? In global context, IFRS and accounting standards. Global context. IASS in Sri Lankan context we have SLFRS and LKS. So there are different other standards as well, right? It means there can be some sustainable reporting standards, auditing standards, right? Accounting related, those are the standards. So same global standards we convert into the Sri Lankan context. Everybody changes, more or less same. So in management accounting, we don't have standards, right? But it's the differences. Right. So here, financial accounting, we have specific formats to prepare the financial statements. There are proper structures. In management accounting, we don't have. There are already developed some widely accepted structures, but it is not mandatory to use. If we focus on the time, financial accounting will very focus on which time period? Past. And management accounting? Future. The past, present and future. Mainly we are focusing on future, but we can't just focus on future, forgetting the past and the present. Right? So we have to have some kind of idea what we have done previously and what we are currently do, and then we can develop some the budgeted amounts for the future. Yes. So financial accounting, we are mainly focusing on the financials, values, numbers, monetary values, but management accounting, there are financial and non-financial information also. Right? Okay, so these are some of the differences that we have. Now, here we discussed that we have standards in financial accounting and we don't have standards in management account. What is the main purpose of having standards? Why? It's required from some authorities. Hey, standards are the main purpose of the standard dealing. Okay, so to compare, so that is one reason. But that is not the main reason. That is one particular reason to have standards. Not to provide accurate information. Okay. Yes. Preventing frauds. Okay. මේ ඔක්කොම කරලා අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ මොකක්ද? This is the main purpose. ඒ කියපු උත්තර ඔක්කොම හරි, right? We can easily compare to provide accurate information and preventing frauds. ඔක්කොම හේතු තමයි. ඇයි මම මේ වගේ to prepare financial statements in an accurate and a proper way. Why? To pay taxes properly. To pay appropriate tax for government. So that is not the main reason. That is also one reason. මේක හරි. ඊපස්සේ අන්තිමට accurately financial statements ටික හදන්න කියන එකත් හරි. Right? What is the main purpose of accounting? To provide information to take decisions. එතකොට මේ information ටික අපි දෙන්නේ internal and external both parties. Right? So if we are providing the comparable, accurate information using our financial information to internal or external parties. They don't worry about anything. They can take decisions in a proper way. Right? The main reason to have standard is to safeguard the users of the information. Right? The reason එක අපි standard එකක් දාන්නේ compare කරනවා. අතන මේ accuracy හදන්නවත් එහෙම නෙමෙයි. ඒක කරනවා. But the main reason is to safeguard the users of the financial information. It can be external or internal. Right? එතකොට ප්‍රශ්නයක් එන්න ඕන ඔයගොල්ලන්ට. Then why we have standards in financial accounting and why we don't have standards in management accounting? So here if we have standards, we can safeguard the external parties. Here we don't have standards. Can't we safeguard the external parties, internal parties? දැන් මට කියන්න ගන්න පුළුවන් නම් මේකට ඇයි අපිට standard නැත්? Do we need standards for management accounting or not? මොනද නැද්ද? මොනද නැද්ද? මොන? නැහැ. ඕනේ. ඇයි ඕන නැද්ද? Hari, management accounting, we don't need standards. We don't have standards. Actually, we don't need standards. Why we don't need standards? In external, so if we take financial accounting, who are the people referring those information? Mainly financial accounting. External parties will refer. We are focusing on external parties, right? In management accounting, mainly the information is referred by internal parties. So if we do any wrong practices in financial accounting, who will be suffering? External parties. Statement. Let's say we all get together and start a business. and first year of operations, we have 50 million loss. Right? Assume that we are in a world where we don't have standards. We don't standards we 50 million loss standards. We can manipulate those statements and we can provide false information to the external parties because we know that if we provide those things, we are not going to suffer, there will be suffering. It's a manipulate right? So therefore, to avoid that, we have standards in financial accounting. In management accounting, if we do any kind of a wrong practices intentionally, who will be suffering? Management accounting practices are the result. Internally, අපිට මනේ අපි දන්නවා නම් මේක වැරද්දක් කරොත් අපිට තමයි ප්‍රශ්නේ මේ කියලා අපි කරනවද නැද්ද? නේද අපි දැන් ක්ලාස් එකේ කරනවා අපිට ගහගන්නේ නැහැ. ගැප්පොත් වෙන කාට හරි නේද? දැන් ගමන් කාට හරි අන්නේ ඉන්නවා මුතුලේ අපිට එක්කලා මේ කරන්නේ. right? Therefore, here in management accounting, actually we don't need standards because we know that if we do any kind of a wrong practice or if we have any kind of an error, that will affect for us. Intentionally, then we don't need that kind of a standard here. If we put standards, what will happen? Every organization will do the same practice in the same manner. There will not be any value addition to the economy. Standards, standards order. But here we need standards because these information will refer by external parties. Information good. So to safeguard the external parties, we have standards here. In management accounting, we don't have standards. Here the difference between financial accounting and management accounting. Right. The management accounting or the managerial accounting is concerned with the provisions. So the provisions means futuristic information and use of accounting information to managers within the organization. It means internal parties to provide them with the basis to make informed business decisions that will allow them to be better equipped in management and control functions. In management accounting, we are not just doing the planning part, right? We do planning and also the controlling aspect also we do here. In financial accounting, what we do? We don't do any planning. Financial accounting will we are reporting what has happened in the past. Report. So that is what we do in financial accounting. In management accounting, we have to focus on the past, the current situation, and then we have to provide futuristic plans. And planning at the end of the year or at the end of any kind of project, we have to check whether we have achieved those things or not. Variance analysis. So we check whether we have achieved those things or not. So that is the control functions that we do. Right? So that is about management accounting. So management information systems provide information to assist managers in their planning and controlling activities. And so in management accounting also we have different activities to perform. So these activities you might have done previously: collecting, classifying, processing, analyzing, and the reporting information for the internal parties to take decisions. Okay, so these are some of the features of management accounting, simply what we discussed now. So it is not constrained by external reporting requirements. So there are no external reporting requirements in management accounting. There are no structures. Structures understandability you have to maintain. structures there, then it extends beyond traditional measures of cost and revenues. Management accounting is not just identifying cost and managing the cost. So you will identify that when we discuss in the evolution of management accounting. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අර කියනවානේ පොඩි මාතයක් ඉස්සර තිබ්බනේ අපේ financial accounting හරි accounting හරි කියපු ගමන් recording transactions, bookkeeping. Okay, you but there are more than that. So in management accounting also, we normally consider that identification of cost and preparing budgets. So that's management accounting. Right? That is only the reporting part. So there are more than the identification of cost and revenues in management accounting. And if we take management accounting practices start from the organizations and then comes to the textbooks. Right? Okay, අනිත් පැත්ත තමයි financial account. Again, financial accounting financial accounting practices start from books. මොකද ලියනවා හිතමු CA Srilanka they develop standards. ඒගොල්ලෝ standards හදලා කියනවා හරි. ඔන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ මෙන්න මේ standards ටික follow කරන්න ඕනේ. Starting from books and then goes to organizations. Management accounting is not like that. Management accounting starting from the organizations, then it comes to the books. Management accounting කවුරුත් ඇවිල්ලා chart එකේ members ලා ටික එකතු වෙලා මේ management accounting වල මෙහෙම standards කියලා එහෙම හදන්නේ. Management accounting වල වෙන්නේ අපි ගත්තොත් එක company එකක් in that particular organization if they identified some new methods to reduce cost, right? එහෙනම් මොකක් හරි අලුත් එකක් හොයාගත්තොත් එතෙන්දි තමයි ඒක develop වෙන්නේ. From the organizations then develop and once they developing and they get the benefits ඕක දැන් ටික ටික famous වෙන්න මෙහෙම method එකක් කියනවා කියලා ඔන්න research කරන කට්ටිය identify කරගෙන they are saying that okay, this organization is benefited from this particular method. එතකොට තමයි management accounting information management accounting practices develop වෙන්නේ. So most of the management accounting practices develop in countries like Japan. ගොඩක් ජපාන් වල තමයි management accounting practices develop වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. Financial accounting නම් එහෙම නෑ. අර මම කියපු විදිහට start කරන්න ඕනේ. කට්ටිය එකතු වෙලා හදන දෙයක්. But management accounting and because of that there can be some management accounting practices currently practicing in the organization but still we don't know. Right? In management accounting management accounting practices, there can be some management accounting practices in the organizations, but still we don't know. Can you look at that? No. That campus here. The practical there the gila. Because that campus here, mock alu cost take out to the running mock method there. Right? You know, Payagan to take up it there. But I don't think here then after cost take out to the run. We got there no immediate. ඔබ ටික ටික famous වෙලා එළියට දැනගත්තොත් තමයි ඔය පොත්වල report දුනොත් තමයි කොහේ හරි research finding එකක් විදිහට ආවොත් තමයි අපි දන්නේ මෙහෙම එකක් තියෙනවා. Unless that we don't. So there can be number of management accounting practices in some big corporates still we don't know. Right? Japan and Toyota වගේ companies වල Toyota company ki godak management accounting practices develop karani. They have separate system called Toyota production system. Right? In that Toyota production system, they develop a lot of management accounting practices. Right. So the management accounting is mainly focusing on the future. It is future oriented, and we can motivate people from the management accounting practices. Compared to financial accounting, we can motivate people because in management accounting, we develop different budgets and targets for the employees, So if you are working, you know that there are KPIs to achieve in the organization. There are not KPIs to KPI again. KPI. Key performance indicators. What is key performance indicators? How it develops? Starting from budgets, right? From the overall budget, then what is your contribution? How you are going to contribute to the organization? You might have given different targets to achieve. Once you achieve those targets, you will be benefited from that. But not again, right? So some organizations are there when they develop, the employees even doesn't know about anything about their KPIs. අවුරුද්ද අන්තිමට තමයි දන්නේ ඔයා මේක කරලා නැහැ. කරන්න කියලා employee කියන්නේ. Right? පොඩි practical issues තියෙනවා those KPIs. And those KPIs we can't measure at the end. ඒක අවුරුද්ද අන්තිමට measure කරලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. In between the financial year also we have to do the measurements and see whether we are in a correct path or not. Right? So by using that we can motivate people. So that is also coming under the management accounting practices. Right. So then we have the world views of management accounting. So this is focusing on how the people see the management accounting practices. There are 3 different categories: technical managerial view, pragmatic interpretative view, and the critical socio-economic view. We got a management accounting ගැන මිනිස්සු දකින විදි තමයි මේ තියෙන්නේ. ඔය එකම විදිහට දකින්නේ. So there are different views. These are 3 categories. And those 3 categories are widely accepted in the world, developed by Sri Lankan professors. Lanka got management accounting කරते. ලොකු research කරපු කට්ටිය. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට research එකක් කරන්න තියෙනවානේ. පොත්තියේදී. ඒකට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පුළුවන් එහෙම research එකක් කරලා අලුත් දේවල් හොයාගෙන you can publish those things and මේ වගේ ඊළඟට මම උගන්වන lecture එක ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ නම දාගන්න. ඉලොට් වෙයි කියන්නේ පුළුවන්. හරිනේ. And from additional so next year, next semester, you have one particular subject called research methodology. Right? So the research methodology ki assignment you have to develop a research proposal. So the research proposal leki AI ka use karla you put that Rambu gahala research proposal එක හදන්න එපා. මාර්කට් රිසර්ච් එකක් ඇතුළ because now students are facing a lot of difficulties when they are going to do the 4th year research. So 4th year එකේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරන research එක base වෙන්නේ 3rd year first semester එකේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ හදන research proposal එක. So ඒ research proposal එක හදනවා මොකක් හරි හිතමහිත කරලා ChatGPT හරි මොනවා හරි use කරලා PhD level research proposal එකක් හදනවා. 4 වෙනි අවුරුද්දේ ඔක කරන්න. ඒ නිසා 3-1 එකේ proposal එක හදද්දී හරියට ඒ lectures follow කරලා research title එක හරියට develop කරලා proposal එක අලුත් දේවල් නෙමෙයි topic එක කරන්න පුළුවන් එකක් කරන්න. එනේ සමහරවිට ස්ටුඩන්ට්ට ලොකු අයිඩියා එකක් නැහැ fourth year එකට ආවට පස්සේ මේ කොහොමද කරන්නේ කියලා. So follow that lectures properly and do a research proposal in a correct way. සමහරවිට තියෙන ඇත්තටම කරන්න බෑ. research කරන්න බැරි research තියෙනවා. එක තිබ්බා ළමයි research proposal එකක් අරගෙන ආවා. ethical topic area තිබ්බා. Generally the idea is identify the ethical practices of chartered accountants. Chartered accountants la Lanka ethically වැඩ කරනවද නැද්ද කියන එක තමයි යාගේ research proposal එක. කරන්න පුළුවන්. undergraduate level එකේ ටිකක් අපාරුයි. ඒ වගේ එකේදී නැත්නම් මේ කොහොමද ඔයා මේකට data collect කරගන්නේ කියලා. යා chartered accountants ලා හම්බෙනවා. හම්බෙලා interview කරලා අහනවා කිව්වා ඔයා ethically වැඩ කරනවද නැද්ද? වෙන පස්සේ කවුරුත් කියනවාද මම ටිකල් වැඩ කරන්නේ නැහැ මම වරකාම් කියන්නේ. එතකොට මේ methodology එක අපි decide කරන්න ඕන from one research to another research. The methodology that we use can be different. උට වෙන කොහෙන් හරි copy කරලා මේක දාලා කරන්නේ නැහැ. තමන්ගේ research එක තමන් විතරයි හරියටම දාන්න. right? ඒ වගේම තියෙනවා. සමහර research තියෙනවා වෙන රටවල් වල කරන්න පුළුවන් but Sri Lankan context it is difficult. Government එකෙන් සමහර informations ගන්න අමාරු වෙන්නේ. ඒකට ඒ වගේ so develop the research topic which is doable in this context and ඒකට access තියෙනවා. data ගන්න access තියෙන එහෙම එකක් තෝරා ගන්න. right. වෙනම දෙයක්. Right. So these are the three world views of management accounting. Technical managerial view, pragmatic interpretative view, and the critical socio-economic view. So the technical managerial view, the technical means the calculative practices, and the managerial means management function. Right? So there are people who focus on the management accounting practices in this particular view. They see management accounting as there are calculative practices and a managerial function. ඒගොල්ලෝ දකින්නේ management accounting කියන්නේ මේගොල්ලෝ ගණන් හදනවා ඒ වගේම manage කරන්න use කරන method එක. That's it. Right? So according to the technical managerial view, management accounting is a set of calculative practices and a managerial function. So that is technical managerial view. And in technical managerial view, so these are the calculative practices. Product costing, budgeting, variance analysis, CVP, investment appraisals, ABC, ඔය තියෙන ගණන් හදන ඔක්කොම අපිට categorize කරන්න පුළුවන් as a calculative practices. Then managerial function means in organizations, we know that there are different functions: research and development, logistics, human resource, marketing. මේ ඔක්කොම අතරේ තියෙනවා finance and accounting. Under that, we have management accounting practices also. We use these to manage the organization. Right? Simply, technical managerial view means set of calculative practices and a managerial function. So when it comes to this technical managerial view, management accounting is a set of calculative practices and managerial function that we discussed. And when management accounting techniques are used, the same outcomes are expected. May management accounting in this viewpoint, they say that if we use one particular management accounting practice, the expected outcome we can achieve. Let's say for an example, activity-based costing. We are using activity-based costing to reduce cost. So that I'm focusing. So right. If you are using activity-based costing, definitely you can achieve the cost benefits. But in practical situations, it can be different. දැන් කොච්චර කිව්වත් ABC කියන එක යූස් කරායින් පස්සේ cost එක අඩු වෙනවා කියලා. Practically ඒක වෙන්නත් පුළුවන් නොවෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. Theory එකේ තියෙනවා මේක කරාම මේක වෙයි කියලා. Right? ඒක context වල වෙනස් නේ. So but the people who are focusing on this technical managerial view, they are saying that when the management accounting practices are used, the expected outcomes definitely we can achieve. Right? So therefore, the technical managerial view considers no distinctions between the theory and practice. ඒගොල්ලෝ කියන්නේ theory එකේ තියෙනවා නම් මේක මෙහෙම වෙනවා කියලා. In practical situation also, this will actually you can achieve. Right? The way they see the management accounting practices. Theory, definitely we can apply into the practice. Right? But in practical situations, we know that theories and the practices can be same and sometimes it can be different as well. If you are working, you know 100% මේ ඉගෙන ගන්න දේවල් ඒ විදිහටම ප්‍රැක්ටිස් එකේ නෑ. සමහර ඒවා ඔටෝමේටඩ්. අපි කොච්චර ෆයිනෑන්ෂල් ස්ටේට්මන්ට්ස් හදුවා. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට කම්පනීස් වල මොන වෙලාවක අපේ සිස්ටම් එකේ ෆයිනෑන්ෂල් ස්ටේට්මන්ට් එක ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කරගන්න පුළුවන්. That is not exactly what we learn here. We will not be able to see in the organization. Same as the theory and practice can be different, right? So theories are the techniques that explain in the textbooks, and the practice means what is actually happening in the organization. So in some situations this can be said, and most of the situations there will be a gap. Right? The gap එකක් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට මේක gap එකක් තියෙනවා නම් අපි මොනවද කරන්න ඕන? So අපිට ඉගෙනුවේ මේවා මේ තියෙනවා අපිට කරන්න බෑ කියලා එතන ගිහලා කියන්න බෑනේ. We have to adapt to that. By using what we have learned, we have to use those knowledge and do the particular work in a proper way. So what we have to do is practice must be studied and interpreted rather than concerned about the gap. We have to adapt to that. And we have to study the practices and try to create a link between the theory and practice. Then that is why the next world view has emerged. That is mainly focusing on pragmatic interpretative view. Pragmatic interpretative view means we are focusing on the management accounting practice. We will be focusing on management accounting practice and we interpret what is actually happening. Technical managerial view. So technical managerial view there are set of calculative practices and managerial function, and it says the theory and the practice are same. Right? There are no gap. But in practical situations, we know that there can be some kind of a gap between the theory and practice. Then what we need to do? We have to study the gap and try to link those theories and practice. What we need to do? We have to focus on what is actually happening in the organization. So this is what we do in pragmatic interpretative view. The pragmatic interpretative view is concerned with management accounting practice. So the management accounting practice what we do in practice. But practice that can be completely different. Right? Then by practice we mean the ways in which it is applied and the organizational consequence of such applications, how we apply those things. So that is what we are focusing on here. And the concerns are usually raised by the researchers rather than practitioners. We can focus on research. In management accounting, mostly in management accounting practices, identified by the researchers. Right? When they do research, if they identify that, okay, in this organization, they are using this kind of a method. So that can be a newly developed management accounting practice. Once they identify it and publish their research findings, then we get to know that, okay, this organization is having this kind of a good method. So those research, we can categorize into 3 categories. When we categories, management accounting, research, you can do whatever the relevant to the accounting field, you can do the research. If you are focusing on management accounting, you can focus on these three categories. Right? The categories today, research. So first one, some researchers provide descriptive accounts of practices, identify the prevailing problems and formulate solutions. So there are researchers who focus on the management accounting practice. They try to identify solutions for the problems that they identify. Identify the management accounting. Right? What are the problems that we have? For those problems, they are trying to provide solutions. That is one type of researchers. The second type of researchers identifying changing features and define the subject in more pragmatic terms. It means they are focusing on how management accounting has changed. Management accounting right? Starting point of management accounting, we might have done something. Right? Once we develop further, our main focus of management accounting has step by step changed. And start the evolution of management accounting. From that, we can learn. Then the third group study the practice more closely, and they try to explain it theoretically. So that kind of researchers are mainly focusing on what is actually happening and what is relevant to that. If they have any kind of theories, they try to create a link between that. Right? So those are the three researchers that they are focusing on pragmatic interpretative view. Worldviews. What is it? There are three worldviews: technical managerial view, pragmatic interpretative view, and critical socioeconomic view. Technical managerial view means what? Set of calculative practices and managerial function. In that pragmatic the critical social technical managerial view, we consider that the theories and the practice are same, but in actual situations it can be different. So therefore, we have the second worldview, that is pragmatic interpretative view. We are focusing on what is actually happening in the organization. So that we can identify by doing some kind of a research. There are three types of researchers focusing on pragmatic interpretative view. First one, they are trying to develop solutions for the problems that we have. Second group of researchers are focusing on the changing feature of management accounting practices. And the third group focus on practice, and they try to create a link between the theories and provide their opinion. Okay, so that is about the pragmatic interpretative view. Take a call.
global company. So the break of the international trade, one sounds what the movies, But 2 years experience. Thank you.
Yes.
Slowly work. Then we do put a That's an injury. That's
There are three values of management account. Primary critical social economic technical managerial what the technical managerial technical managerial set of calculated practices and managerial functions. Then pragmatic interpretative.
It takes solution, situation.
Focusing on management accounting practice, and there are three ways that we can focus on management accounting practice. Okay. Right. So then the second research category that we have discussed, the changing features of management accounting. Means management accounting, how management accounting has changed from previous days to now. We are focusing on this. So when it comes to that part, we can focus on the changes or the evaluation of management accounting using one particular model. So in this model, they have categorized into 4 categories: stage 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this we call it as IFAC model. IFAC කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? IFAC is organization. International Financial International Federation of Accountants. Right? So the International Federation of Accountants has developed one particular model to identify the changing feature of management accounting, how management accounting has changed from previous days to now. So there are 4 categories: stage 1, 2, 3, and 4. And these 4 stages, here we can see the main focus. So the stage 1 කියන්නේ management accounting කියලා දෙයක් අපි develop කරපු මුල්ම කාලේ. Right? Earlier days, this is the stage 1. So in stage 1, our main focus is on cost management, cost determination, and financial control. So the stage 1 එකේ main focus එක වෙලා තිබ්බේ cost determination and financial control. එතකොට දැන් වගේ නෙමෙයි ඒ කාලේ අපි මේලියම් ફોકස් කරේ cost එක identify කරගන්න එක විතරයි. Right? Then when it comes to stage 2, it means after a few years later, it was changed to the stage 2. Stage 2, our main focus has changed from cost determination and financial control to providing information for management, planning, and control. Right? මුල්ම කාලේ main focus එක cost determination and financial control, identification of cost. Then when it comes to second stage, the main focus has changed. So to make ඇතුලේ ගත්තොත්, this is our main focus, providing information for planning and controlling activities. Taking කියන්නේ නැහැ අපි දැන් cost determination කරන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. Right? Within that you can see still we do the cost determination and financial control as well. Within this we have that also, but that is not our main focus. එහෙම කලින් focus කරලා තින්නේ main focus එක එකක්. Then main focus එක change වෙලා තියෙනවා, but still we do the cost determination as well. So if we take for an example, just think ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉස්කෝලේ යන කාලේ ඉස්කෝලේ ගිහිල්ලා ගෙදර එන්නේ මොනව කරන්න හිතාද? ඉඳාගන්න. මොනවාද? ඕම් කරන්නේ. මගේ නම් මේ ફોකස් එක තිබ්බ ඉස්කෝලේ යනලා ආපු ගමන් කාලා දීලා අතුරට ඉඳ ගන්නවා ටීවී එක ඉස්සරහින් කාටුන්. මම ඇබ්නෝමල් කෙනෙක් නෑ. අමුතරයක් කිසිම වෙන්නේ නැති. Right? So that was our main focus at that particular time. Right? දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ ඔෆිසර්ලා ගෙදර ගියපු ගමන් මොකද්ද කරන්නේ? කොහේ ඉඳා ගන්නවා එක්ක කනවා නැත්නම් මොනවද කරන්නේ? කාටුන් බලන්න. ඒකට කාටුන් නොබලා ඉන්නෙත් නෑනේ. තාක්ෂ එකක් තිබ්බොත් කාටුන් බලන්න. So same as that. Now your main focus has changed, but still you do the previous activities as well. So දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ මොකක්ද main focus එක වෙන්නේ? මේ වයසේ main focus එක වෙන්න ඕන නෝ. දැන් මොනවාද මේ ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ? දැන් complete කරගන්න. So the education completing our degree should be your main focus. මම දන්නේ මොකද්ද එකද නැද්ද කියලා. So later on, let's say after completing the degree, then කතාද බැලලා ළමයි ඉන්න කාලේ එතකොට main focus එක මොනවද? කාටුන් බලන්නේ. ළමයාත් එක්ක කාටුන් කරන්න පුළුවන්, but main focus is not that. You have to focus on your children and your family. The responsibilities will be there, right? So likewise, the main focus is changing yearly, but still we may do the previous activities as well, right? So the first stage, cost determination and financial control, was the main focus. Then when it comes to second stage, the main focus has changed to the providing information for planning and controlling activities, but still we do this one as well. So when it comes to the stage 3, our main focus shifted to reduction of wastage of resources. Company එකේ තියෙන wastage අඩු කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක තමයි stage 3 එකේ main focus එක උනේ. So in this stage also we can see the other activities also we are doing, but the main focus changed. At the main stage again, stage 3 and also the stage 4, there are a lot of management accounting practices has developed. දැනට අපි use කරන ගොඩක් management accounting practices develop උනේ stage 3 එකේ stage 4 එකේ. Right, so the stage 4, that is the current stage that we are in. Management accounting, then it can be stage 4 again. So in stage 4, the main focus has changed to creation of value through effective resource use. Cutting of value, wastage adu karanne kohomada. Now we are trying to create some kind of a value to the organization using different resources. So this is our current main focus of management accounting. මේකත් change වෙන්න පුළුවන්. තව අවුරුදු 5ක් යද්දී there can be another stage. Stage 5 there can be some new focus in management account. So by considering the changes happening in the environment, mainly due to the technological changes, medical the focus is change. Assignment එකක් කරනවා කියලා මම කරගන්න කාලේ assignment එකක් කරනවාට අපි කරන්නේ Google එකට ගිහිල්ලා මොනවාරි හොයලා එහෙම ඉඳලා දැන් ඊට අමතරව there are different AI softwares AI based different kind of things are there so you can use it right so use කරන්නේ use කරන්නේ ඔයාලනේ කියන්නේ ඒ use කරන්න කියන්නේ කියන එක එහෙම මේක දාන්න කියන එක නෙමෙයි උඩක් දේවල් කරන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් සමාවෙන්න මේ PowerPoint presentations are මේවම කාලෙක හදපුවා. There is a new kind of new module, so I have developed PowerPoint presentations for research methodology. විනාඩි 5ක් කියන විනාඩි 5ක් 10ක් ගියා මට data ටික set කරන්න AI based software එකකට. තම්බල දෙක තුنين presentations ඔක්කොම හදලා activities වල ඔක්කොම assignments develop කළා. මේවා use කරන්න. copy කරන්න මේවා use කරන්න. use කරලා. ඒ use කරන්න. ඇත්තටම ඉන්නේ මේක කරා. කාටද හොයාගන්න. දැන් ඕක තමයි ඉස්සරහ සමහර වෙලාවට සමහර ලෙක්චර්ස් ගිනනද AI යූස් කරලා ඒක හදාගෙන ඉඳගෙන ඒකට හදන්න. මම කියන්නේ ඒක හදලා මේක කරලා දෙන්න කියලා නෙමෙයි. ඒකෙන් අපිට ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන්ස් ගන්න ලේසි. දැන් ඉස්සර පොර්ට්ෆෝලියෝ බලපුවා ඊට පස්සේ අපි ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේ සර්ච් කරලා දැන් ඒක සර්ච් කරන්න ඕනත් නැහැ. ඊට වැඩි ඇක්ටිවේට් විදිහට ඉන්ෆර්මේෂන් දෙන්න ආවම හරියට තියෙනවා. ඔය කැල්කියුලේටර්ස් ආපු මොන කාලෙත් තවම කියන්නේ නැහැ. ඔය යූස් කරන්න එපා. එතකොට අපිට හිතින් මේ ගණන් හදන්න බැරි වෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ කැල්කියුලේටර්ස් ආව අන්තිමට කැල්කියුලේටර්ස් එක්සෑම්ස් වලටත් දානවා. තව ටික කාලයක් යද්දී ඔය යූස් කරලා කෙනෙකුට එක්සෑම්ස් වලත් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. The main thing we have to identify how to use it. ඊදෙනෙක් ගාව තියනවාද මොකක් හරි AI software එකක paid version එක. කෙනෙක් ගාව paid version එකක් නේද? ඒකවල ඉඳන් සෙන්සුරාදීත් දවසකට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කන්න බොඩි යන ඉඳන් ටික එකතු කරා එක මාසයක යන ගානක් ගෙවන්න පුළුවන්. මම කියන්නේ මොකක් හරි AI event software එකක ඔයගොල්ලන්ට වැඩිපුරම ඕන කරන දේවල් තියෙන AI tool එකක paid version එකක් ගන්න. අරගෙන ඒක use කරන්න. use කරලා ඒ අවශ්‍ය informations ගන්න හරි ලේසි. copy කරන්න කියලා නෙමෙයි කියන්නේ ඒක ඔයගොල්ලන් use කරත් තමයි තේරෙන්නේ මේක කරද්දි කොච්චර ලේසිද අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් project GPT ආරම use කරනවා නිකන් ඒක use කරලා හායි ඔයාලට කොහොමද කන්නේ හැවද ඉන්නවද එහෙම නෙමෙයි අර ප්‍රොෆෙෂනල් දෙයකට use කරා මම paid versions දෙකක් තරම් තියෙනවා අපිට අවශ්‍ය විදියට GPT එකේ තියෙනවා තුනක් සිංහලයි ක්ලෝඩ් හතරක් තියෙනවා perplex right ඔය හතර තමයි මම වැඩිපුර යූස් කරන්නේ මට අවශ්‍ය නිසා GPT සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ඕනම දෙයකට රෙජිස්ටර් කරනවා Gemini මම යූස් කරන්නේ යන්න හොදන මාකින්ග් වලට යූස් කරන්නේ මෙහි මාකින්ග්ස් නෙමෙයි මෙහි මාකින්ග්ස් වල කොපි වෙනස් ඒක ස්පාරන්නේ උසම් තමයි like මාකින්ග් UK universities ඒව ආන්සර් ස්ක්‍රිප්ට් ඔක්කොම ටික හදලා මගේ නකෝ දාන්න ඉතරයි දාපුවා රිසල්ට් එක එනවා කමෙන්ට්ස් එක කොටින් 100ක් විතර පැය භාගින් වගේ කම්ප්ලීට් කරන්න පුළුවන් then I use perplexity for research purposes so the research වලට ඉස්සරහට යද්දී එතකොට නම් ඊට වැඩිය advanced වෙලා තියෙන්නේ perplexity හොඳයි research-based information gather. You can access a lot of research information, research journal articles. And the cloud. Cloud taking good up there the random one presentations make it on the calling out the beta. You say okay, but the other one here. Now you can on information practice how to give those prompts. You can make money presentation topic. If there are some keywords that we have to use, right? Only keywords develop करना हो आगे ना क्या करता ना तुरंत आगे बढ़ रही सी है then मेरे पारंग के show में मुझे आना लगा पूरा तरीके से कराना तुरंत इंसान use करा मम ज्ञान में गुड़ा करेंगे क्या है कि नहीं मक्खरे उगलोंटे बैठी करो वहाँ के निकल मूल्य करण पेड वर्जन में use करता even at what then hadana is activity on the same sadhana to pay to us and a culture of the submit. So, lectures that I got no later. Vilame chat GPT, the Atra Mayad, many Garanabu on the Benedict. Lecture also should be updated. In his other Mangaroga is even taken. Feel back on the chat GPT, you can give a script, but you have to do it. Right? Okay, so this is about the IPAC model. So there are 4 stages. This is focusing on the evolution of management accounting from previous days to now. Stage 1 mainly focused on cost determination and financial control. Stage 2, providing information for planning and controlling activities. Stage 3, reduction of wastages. Stage 4, creation of value to the business. Right. What are the 3 values of management account? Technical management, critical socio-economic field, pragmatic intermediate field. Right. When that is the radio line, point Prasna is that getting in the air. So the evolution of management accounting, this is same as the previous IPAC model. IPAC model there are 4 stages, but here we mentioned about 5, right? So these are the 4 stages, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is before developing the matching concept. We had accounting for processes, then it's developed properly for the management accounting developers after this. Then cost accounting, managerial accounting, lean enterprise, value-based management. Major stages may stages terms may specifically you can remember the 4 stages and the main focuses can be seen. So here we can see cost determination and financial control, stage 1 main focus, stage 2 providing information for planning and controlling, and here reduction of wastage. So in stage 3 and 4, as I earlier mentioned, there are a lot of management accounting practices has developed. Right? Here we have JIT system, teamwork, ABC, target costing, quality investment, product life cycle management. Right? So likewise, there are number of management accounting practices developed. And the 4th one, the value-based management. So here we focus on the creation of value, right? Then it focuses on the strategy, balance scorecards, economic value added. So these are the things, mostly these are the things that is included in this module. Right? My module like very prominent making practices can discuss right? In stage 4, we have strategy. So that is why we mainly focusing on strategic management accounting. What is JIT? Just in time. Just in time क्या? दिन के लाभ, है ना? Just in time. Just in time क्या हुआ?
An order is the same way which you get the goods and prediction.
Normally, if we heard the just-in-time approach, we say that once we get the order, we are starting the production. That is only one aspect of chip, right? Again, after order का पास product का produce करला, इब्बा किया वाला we need to deliver that particular product to the customer when actually customer need that particular product. Well, දෙකම complete from තමයි අපි කියන්නේ just in time approach කියන්නේ. Assume that we are going to order a birthday cake. Birthday එකට cake එකක් order කරන්න යනවා. Order එක දුන්නායින් පස්සේ ඒගොල්ලෝ customize කරලා they are developing the cake according to the requirements. Birthday එක හෙට cake එක හදලා තියාගෙන ඉන්නවා. අනිද්දාට cake එක deliver කරනවා. ඒක just in time එකකින් වැඩක් නැහැ. Right? So birthday එක හෙට නම් හෙට cake එක ඕන. Likewise, we have to once we develop the product, once we get the order, then we have to deliver it to the customer when customer actually needs that particular product. That is just in time approach. So then we have the teamwork ABC. May take next week we discuss the and the mainly we will be discussing on this one as well, the balance scorecard approach, right? Then we have the critical socio-economic view. Critical socio-economic view. Take a keyword over and this is about the critical evaluation of management accounting practices in relation to the interplay between organizations and their wider socio-economic contexts, such as sociology, history, political science, and anthropology. Make it simple terms in keyword. How management accounting practices are changing according to the external environment, and if we do any kind of a practices, how it will be affected to the external environment. So external environment කිව්වම මේක pestle environment එක විතරක්ම නෙමෙයි. So there can be some other subject areas as well. So those sociology, history, political science, and everything. We can identify some kind of a link between those modules as well. So the management accounting වල මොකක් හරි change එකක් වුණොත් සමහර විට ඒකේ change එක තවත් subject area එකකට develop වෙලා change වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Simple විදිහට මතක තියාගන්න. If we do any changes in management accounting, how it affected to the external environment, and external environment changes, how it affected to the management accounting practices, explained by the critical socio-economic view. Yes. Right. So there are some changes in management accounting. So if we focus on those IFAC model එකේ අපි දැක්කා දැන් ඒ කාලේ ඉඳන් මේ වෙනකන් main focus එක change වෙලා ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. So likewise, these are some of the developments or the reasons why management accounting has changed. මේ කියන්නේ සම්පූර්ණ ඔක්කොම තියෙන හේතු ටික නෙමෙයි. These are some of the reasons why management accounting has changed, right? So the first one, we have the globalization effects. What is the globalization here? Right. Interconnections or interdependency between the countries, right? Most of the countries have this particular effect. There are some countries, they don't want to interact between some other countries. Except those few countries, almost all the countries are having some kind of a connections with us. Lanka වගේ රටක් ගත්තොත් එහෙම අපි වෙන එළියේ ගනුදෙනුකරේ නැත්නම් එළියේ වෙන රටක් එක්ක ගනුදෙනු කරේ නැත්නම් we won't be able to survive. වෙන මොනවද තියෙන්නේ? තෙල් නෑ, හදන්නත් නෑ, ඉස්සරහට කාලා දීලා ඉන්න හැටි තිබ්බනේ. දැන් එහෙමත් නෑ. right? Therefore, we have to depend on others. And the globalization effects means, since we are interconnected, the management accounting practices that we do currently, according to the other countries' requirements, we have to change. According to their standards, we have to change. Right? The other technology we have to change. There are some outsourcing organizations. Right? Outsource when operations සමහරවිට ලංකාවේ අපි handle කරන්නේ. So අපි ලංකාව ලැප්ටොප් විතර handle කරලා යන්නේ we have to maintain their standards. Right? So according to that, we have to change our management accounting practices. Then we have the technological advancements. So this is the most turbulent environment, particular change in environment, technological environment. So because of the technological advancements, we have to change a lot of practices in management accounting. Not even management accounting, everything we do, we have to change. Right? Technology ka nisa. So technology ke vidana that technology ka change earlier what we did and what we currently do in future we don't know. Technology right? Then the new customer needs. Customers now expecting more from the organizations. Right? Customer service, quality ka decide karenge kaun? Product ka quality ka decide karenge kaun? The real quality of the product decided by who? Customer. And quality maintain karna quality certifications then companies there, right? Companies or even there are different authorities. They check based on some kind of a standards, but quality is different from that. When it comes to the customer's perspective, quality will be decided by the customer. One customer to another customer, the quality can be different. Right? Then if we take selling price and the value, that is also two different things. Value decided by the customer, selling price decided by the producer. So selling price එකම selling price එකක තියෙන product එකක් අපි හිතමු මම එක product එකක් පාවිච්චි කරනවා ඔයා එක product එකක් same product එක අපි දෙන්න පාවිච්චි කරනවා but the value can be different. සමහරවිට මට මේ product එක ලොකු value එකක් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයාට ඒක value එකක් නැති වෙනවා. Right? So likewise, the value decided by the customer. Selling price can be decided by the producer. Okay, so that is some of the new customer needs and competition. Because of the competition, this is also one major reason that we have to focus on the quality and the management accounting practices. Because there can be a huge competition in any kind of industry. Sometimes even not within one particular industry dekaka indha competitions theatable, right? And the production and marketing also same thing. So if we take Lanka වෙන ගොඩක් අඩුයි marketing පිටපඩ Brazil marketing එකක් නැහැ ලංකාවේ. අපි ගත්තොත් advertisements ගත්තොත් advertisements there are some authorities to check those advertisements whether they are in a proper ethical manner or not. But in some other countries, they don't have that. Own advertisement එකක් දාගන්න. So the Coca-Cola Pepsi advertisement එක මොකද දැකලා තියෙන්නේ? එලිපිට Coca-Cola එකකින් Pepsi එකට ගහනවා. Pepsi එකකින් අනිත් පැත්තට ඒකට reply එකක් දෙනවා. Right. ඒ වගේ තියෙනවා ලංකාවේ ටෙලිවිෂන් එකක අපිට එහෙම දකින්න බෑ. There are some rules and regulations, but some other countries not like that. Coca-Cola, Pepsi. All that kind of Pepsi at Kodila Kano vending machine Coca-Cola bottles they got there also James Coca-Cola bottles they got cats they got Nagala. Pepsi ji button again order. Yeah, also my decided Pepsi got pick करला या Pepsi bottle ते करेंगे. अगर ये बस फोकस करेंगे Coca-Cola लेकर तो यार. अरे क्या ना वाला साली जी लगा तब मतलब मेरे वेडन में होगी ये नहीं था. ඊට පස්සේ මම දැක්කා මට මතක නැහැ ස්ටෝරි එක ඒකට රිප්ලයි එකක් දාලා තිබ්බා මේක. Coca-Cola එකට ඒ වගේම ඇඩ්වර්ටයිස්මන්ට් එකක් හදලා රිප්ලයි එකක් දාලා මට මතක නැහැ ස්ටෝරි. Right? And those courier services DHL FedEx ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ තියෙන ලොකු competitions marketing related competitions. Sri Lanka, we can't see that kind of aggressive marketing campaigns. We have anybody, not they were left. So because of these kind of reasons, we have to change our management accounting practices. And right, so these are new trends in management accounting. So management accounting, since we have changed those management accounting practices, these are the developed new trends. Media developed which other trends. Sometimes we still don't know. Our organizations management accounting practices developed. So once they develop, if we get to know that they are practicing that, then only we know. So now we have one major trend is sustainability and environmental management accounting. We have research research areas for the areas. Sustainability and environmental management accounting. They are focusing not only profits, they are focusing on the sustainability practices, environmental aspects. So that is one thing. Then data analytics and AI in management accounting. Then when it comes to the budgeted practices, we have the beyond budgeting and agile performance measurements. Now the agile can agility. What is agility? Performance measurements we had previously. Agile performance measurements. So the agility means what? Agility means how fast that we can respond to some changes in the external environment. So change external environment like change how quickly that we can respond to. Then only we can compete with others, right? Then the strategic management accounting, the entire module is focusing on that. And the lean management accounting practices is there. So in next lesson, we will be discussing on that. And digital transformation of costing systems. So the costing practices that we did previously, most of the organizations, we can't see those. Now automated, and there are some robotic process automations, right? The automated practices they are using. Specifically for the management accounting practices, manufacturing related companies experience management accounting practices. New management accounting practices. Right? Okay, so these are the new trends in management accounting. මේ වෙනකම් ඩිස්කස් කරපු ඒ වගේ මොනවා හරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවද? නම් කියවලා ගන්න. තේරුමේ නැති මොනවා හරි තියෙනවද අහන්න. මම මේ කරන ස්පීඩ් එක ඇතිද? මදිද? වැඩිද? කියන මොකද තේරෙන්නේ නැද්ද? හරි ඔක්කොම තේරුණාද? කියලා මම කියන්නේ තේරුණා. I can change accordingly from the next week. Online speed variant. Diyan na po. Wow, dala din ako sa itong nalagay. Tino na ito man. Yes, anything. Super තේරුණා. Super තේරුණා. ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද? ඒකම ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහන්න. ඔය මෙහෙම එකක් කරමු. Next week එකේ මම දෙන්නම් 10 minutes 10 to 15 minutes මාද කරපු lesson එක අපි discuss කරපු ටික අයිති එකක් මතක් වෙන්නත් එක්ක රාට lecture කෙනෙක් වෙන්න කැමති කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා අපි යාට chance එකක් දෙනවා ඊළඟ සතියේ විනාඩි 15ක් උගන්වන්න. ඔබ කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමතිද කියන්නේ? කැමතිද නැද්ද? ඉතින් කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමති නම් තානේ හරි එහෙනම් next week එකේ first 15 minutes නම් මොකද පස්සේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මේ දැනට කරපු ටික explain කරනවා. කාට පුළුවන් ඕන ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහන්න මේගොල්ලන්ගේ ආව උත්තර දුන්නේ නැත්නම් එළියට දාන්න හරි ඔයාලට කැමති දෙයක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තේරුම් නැත්නම් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට අහන්න කිව්වා. ඔයාලට මේ විනාඩි 15 සම්පූර්ණ මට දැන් තියෙන බලතල සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම ඔයාලට දෙනවා. මම සෙල්ස් එකේ ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. දීවි උගන්වන්න. පාරක් කොලා යනවනම් කන්නේ පාරක් කෙලින්ම යවන්න. එහෙනම් next week එකේ ඒකෙන් පටන් ගමු. ඊට පස්සේ මට කියන්න දැන් assignment එකට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මොනවක් වගේ එකක් ඕනද? field visit එකක් තමයි. ඒකට කියනවා field visit එක සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ටිකක් field visit එක කොහොමද මේන් batch wise එකක් ගන්න critical තියෙන්නේ. ඒක ප්‍රසිද්ධ කොහොම එක නෙමෙයි මේ ටැසිස් එක සහ මොබයිල් කරලා එකක් හරි. ඒක next month ඉඳන් start කරයි. one day. ඒකට ඒක යනවා. නිසා ඒක කෙරෙනවා මේකට වෙනකොට ඒක කෙරෙන නිසා සමහර විට මේ දැන් field visit එක යන එක ඉක්මනට කෙරෙනවා. ඔයගොල්ලෝ SMS දෙක අතරේ කෙරුණොත් අපිට ඕනම් මේක මම ඉඳලා දුරන්නේ. දැනට ඒක කෙරෙනවා කියලා හිතාගෙන නිකන් කරලා ගියා. මම මේ කියන්නේ මොකක් හරි වෙනස් විදිහක් කරන්න කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ජීවිතේට ඔය කරපු assignment එකක් මතකයි කියන්නේ report එකක් අත presentation එකක් කරොත් financial accounting එක මොකද presentation ඔකරි වෙනස් assignment එකක් කරන් මොකද සම්පූර්ණ ඒක වෙනස් නිසා තමයි මම අර වෙයිටි ස්ටේටස් කලකලේදී කලින් ඉතිපුලාමේ ස්ටේටස් එකක් දාලා තිබ්බා ඒගොල්ලෝ කරපු ෂෝට් මූවි එකක පොඩි කෑ ඒ ළමයි සාමයෙන් මතකයි එහෙම පස්සේ කාලෙක ඩිග්‍රී එක නැතත් කවන්නේ මෙහෙම එකක් කරා කියලා හරි මතකෙ ඉන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම දෙයක් කරා. ඒක හොඳයි. next week එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට next week එකේ ඉඳන් ඔකට focus කරන්න පුළුවන්. right then පොඩි short movie එකක් කරමු. මේ දැන් short movie එකක් කරන්න කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට production tool එකක් hire කරලා සංකීර්ණ දාන කරලා කරන්න නෙමෙයි. හරිද? ඔයගොල්ලන්ට සියල resources ඒක කරාම හරි. මම next week එකේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට next week විසා
next question
හරි ඊට පස්සේ එකේ next week ඒක නම් සතියේ ඉස්සරහට කවුරුත් නැහැ. ඊට පස්සේ එකේ කරමු. හරි short movie එකක් කරමු. මම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට නිකන් guideline එකක් දැන් ඕනත් නැහැ. මේවයි. ෆැක්ට් එකක් නැහැ. හැබැයි මොනසෙත් පෙන්නන්න පුළුවන් විදිහට කරන්න. මැනේජ්මන්ට් එකවුන්ටින් කියලා මම දෙන්නේ මේමයි ටොපික් එක ඔයගොල්ලන්ට allocate කරනවා. මොකද ඔයගොල්ලෝට කැමති විදිහකට එක ස්ටෝරි එක ඩෙවලොප් කරලා කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ටොපික් එකේ තියෙන ඉම්පෝර්ටන්ස් එක පෙන්නන විදිහට කැමති දෙයක් කරන්න. අපි topic එක cost management accounting practices කියලා. ඒතර cost management accounting practices ටිකක් අරගෙන ඒකේ කියන importance එක පෙන්වන විදිහට උගලන්ට කැමති දෙයක් කරන්න. What are the status of our video kawan itu tuh mana bagus next week ke penanda office dekat tuh video kita penanda and next week kan next session එකේ ඉංග්‍රීසි එක මෙයා පටන් ගන්නවා බලලා ඊට පස්සේ අයිඩියා එකක් ගන්න කොහොමද කරන්නේ